Today on CityCast Portland, we're talking about a really crappy neighborhood dispute that I think could only happen in Portland. Plus, local food reporters Alex Frane and Brooke Jackson-Glidden are joining me to talk about the trend of recent deli openings in our city and which ones are worth the visit. Also, they're going head-to-head and debating their controversial food takes, which it appears I'm moderating. So, pretty much a normal hangout session with the both of them. You guys, welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
So happy to be here.
You sound ecstatic. Now, before we jump in, I usually ask an opening question so our listeners can get to know our guests a little better. And today's might not be the best pairing for a food-focused show, but it is inspired by this nightmare neighbor story the Oregonian reported on, detailing how a tiny home's chemical toilet reeked so bad it forced its neighbors to wear gas masks when they accessed their own driveway. So here's how that story starts. Trudy and John Benjamin are a retired couple in Northeast Portland. Last August, Trudy started smelling sewer smells wafting in from the neighbor's tiny home. The smell got so bad she just stopped gardening. They both stopped hanging out in their backyard, windows shut. They were like, what can we do? But then their friends started smelling that chemically toilet smell on their clothes when they would hang out. And they're like, no, it's you too. So the fumes got so bad, you guys, that Benjamin, who is 67, passed out from the noxious vapors, chipped the bone on his kneecap, which required surgery. Their doctor advised them to move and basically said, y'all, this is a health hazard. But they've lived in that property for 40 years, are retired, on a restricted income. They can't just move. So they filed a $250,000 lawsuit against the owner of this tiny home who lives in the front house. Their claim is that the raw sewage and later toxic gases produced by the chemicals to mask the odor have made life untenable in their own home. The couple thinks that these freaking numbnuts poured bleach over the sewage overflow, which would make ammonia, and that's why they're passing out. So an extreme example of a bad neighbor. But my question to you both is, what is your pettiest bad neighbor story? Either something a neighbor has done to you or something that you've done to them. Maybe not on purpose, but it happened.
I just want to go on the record to say that this is the worst story you've ever reported on.
Yeah.
It was a ton of worse stories, I think.
I don't. Maybe I must have missed them. I hate this one.
Okay, I'm so
this
sorry.
is tough to hear this morning.
I do have a petty neighbor story. Mine's that's not petty. That's like severe. Mine is actually petty and about as far away from this story as you can get. For a long time, I lived in an apartment complex off of Powell, and I was living there during the pandemic and during the early months of the pandemic when everything was shutting down and everyone was stuck at home. And while most people I know were having some of the worst times of their life, my next door neighbors who I shared a wall with were apparently having an amazing honeymoon. They were a young couple, and they were taking plenty advantage of the fact that they were home alone together every day. And I wasn't going anywhere. So I was privy to all of their celebrations of their love and so while I was sitting there miserable in my own apartment by myself, I was forced to listen to somebody having just the best honeymoon.
Did you complain? Because it sounds like you're jealous.
No, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to be like knocking on the door. Excuse me, do you mind keeping the lovemaking down? It feels
enjoy
like very
each other less.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Please enjoy each other less.
If you could suffer a little bit more, that would make all of us feel better. Like I said, it's extraordinarily petty. I mean, like good for them. Like get through it however you can. But
it's annoying. 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I have to bring up. I have a similar one to Alex, but I think considering the original story. When I was in college, I lived in a really gnarly basement apartment that was behind a set of restaurants. So I would have to greet the rats every time I walked to my front door because it was around the back. Ugh. The neighbor above me would throw these really wild parties. And then when drunk would pee off of the veranda above my building, and my bedroom window was right below it. So I would get urine at 2 a.m. Pee running down my window. It was so gnarly. I did not complain because I was I had no self-respect. No, I did not. I just was like, I just didn't want to go there. The other thing that was so bizarre about this place is that we didn't go through the lobby because we had our own entrance. It's like we were genuinely the lowest class of the building. We couldn't even enter the lobby to like find our other neighbors. So we were just sort of relegated to the back.
It's like a parasite situation.
Really, really.
So I'm just seeing your little face, Brooke, just pop out, just being like, who's peeing? You know, from like okay. Yeah. Right now I'm hearing stories that happened to you. I'm gonna call out our senior producer, Julie Fiaioni. Longtime listeners might know that in real time, she realized she was a terrible neighbor. She was telling us about like something she was enjoying in life. And it was like teaching herself how to roller skate. And we're like, oh, where are you doing it? And she's like, my apartment. And then I was like, girl, you live in an upstairs apartment. And she was just full on doing upstairs apartment things, not knowing that she was ruining the lives of everyone underneath her. And I just wanted to call that out.
That is honestly so funny to me. Like, I think that's such a class, because like people tell like, what are they doing up there? Roller skating?
Right.
Rolling?
I was gonna say
like,
that's like the joke is that they're learning how to roller skate.
She was. I'm like, why don't you take up marbles next, buddy? Like, what are you doing?
Like Brooke said, bowling. Start learning how to bocce ball upstairs.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you both for your answers. Let's take a quick break here. And when we come back, Portland's emerging deli scene. Got leftover paint, stain, or varnish taking up space in your basement or garage? You're not alone. Many of us finish a project and end up with half-used cans we're just not sure what to do with. Don't let them sit there collecting dust, taking up space. Recycle them with Paint Care. Whether it's cans from a recent renovation or years of storage, Paint Care helps ensure your paint is managed responsibly and kept out of landfills. Drop off your cans for free at one of more than 175 conveniently located drop-off sites across Oregon. To find a drop-off site near you, visit paintcare.org. That's paintcare.org.
Bikes with Mikes.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Bikes with Mikes. Mike, we got a listener question. When I'm driving, how much space should I give a person on a bicycle when passing?
Well, Mike, that's a good question. When you see a rider, slow down and give them plenty of space.
Yeah, it's called fall distance. Picture their total height, bike and all, and give at least that much space in case they were to fall.
Totally, Mike, and only pass when it's safe. It's not worth risking someone's life for.
Well, that's it for today. Remember, life is better when we roll together.
A message from 2 Mikes and ODOT.
So we went from, I remember we've had this discussion. I think I had it with Brooke, possibly with Alex as well. Like, hey, what's up with like the lack of delis in Portland? And I feel like I've had that discussion with other food contributors who've joined us on the show. And they're just like, yeah, you know, like New York has an amazing Jewish deli scene. They also have like pretty much any kind of deli scene. Like they got it. LA had one. Pretty much any major city has one. We do not. But now I'm hearing that everyone has a deli. So can I say that Portland has a deli scene, or is that overstating it?
Oh, I don't know if we're there yet, but
especially considering Elephants got burned down, I think we're even lower on that bracket now.
Yeah, pour one out for Elephants. No, Elephants is going to come back. Elephants can't be stopped. I was actually really thinking about this because I used to live in Boston where there was a thriving deli scene, let me tell you. And something that's really weird about the deli thing in Portland is that we are a sandwich city. You know, if you think about like Lardo and Bunk, those were 2 restaurants and, at one point Cart that really got a lot of national attention to Portland in the early aughts. Like, sandwiches have been a part of our DNA for a long time.
Meat, cheese, bread.
Yeah, meat, cheese, bread. Even like break bread or Devil's Dill, Jojo. I think that, simultaneously, we also have this very specific like Italian food scene, which we've talked about,
endlessly. Yes.
Endlessly. Don't make me talk about Italian food. No.
We are going to be talking about Italian food today.
Oh my God.
Well, I promise. Just a little bit cloudy.
Okay.
But I think that something that has been happening, right, is that we have this like big resurgence of like Italian American food, and people have been trying to speak to these two sort of broader Portland food trends of like Italian sandwiches and Italian deli culture. So, you know, I think that mainly these have been offshoots of other existing Italian restaurants. You know, Dimo's Italian Specialties, you know, that's about to hit its first year anniversary. And that was like a spinoff of a place that was doing like Connecticut, New Haven style pizza, sort of, kind of, for what you can do here without coal-fired ovens. And Doug Mariello essentially decided to open this offshoot next door. And, you know, they do a supper club thing, but the deli really is the draw. And this is really specifically focused on almost like Philly style deli, right? So yes, you have, you know, your sort of standard Italian deli sandwiches, but they also are doing a roast pork and broccoli rabe sandwich, which is a sandwich I used to love to get when I was in Philly. It's very specific to
That sounds good.
Italian Americans in Philly, and they do a really awesome version with fontina and provolone. It's a super tasty sandwich, and I think like very classic of deli and sandwich culture in Philly specifically.
Yeah. I was never a big fan of Dimo's, their pizza, but I keep seeing their sandwiches on my feed, you know, people going, and they look really good. And so I might have to go with it.
Yeah, I got their chicken parm a while ago, and it was pretty killer, honestly.
I think sandwiches, that's Doug's calling. I think I prefer it to other things that he's done. He also does, I'm really obnoxious about Italian cold cut sandwiches, and they have a near perfect one because they're doing the 3 meats. You need at least three meats. I feel very strongly about this.
Okay.
And very, very tasty one. Similarly, another sort of like Italian restaurant opens a deli kind of situation. That's Gabby's next door. So Gabbiano's, I think really
I didn't know Gabbiano opened up a little offshoot called Gabby's Next Door, which is very cute, by the way. That is such a cute little name.
Extremely
Very
cute.
recently.
Okay.
Yes, it's a very new entrant into, like, they're slowly but surely taking over that block, and with like the bar across the street.
That Take Two, yeah.
Yeah. But this spot, it's a really nice companion, kind of a luncheonette style place. And they do this great Italian American hot sandwiches. So this is like your eggplant parms, your chicken parms.
Like meatball?
They do a meatball. They do a really good meatball, which makes sense because a lot of these dishes, there are versions of them at Gabbiano's. Like they do the meatballs. They do a really great chicken parm. So they've just sandwichified them.
Sandwichified
So
them.
I'm a big
I like
fan of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really tasty. And then like the third version is Sunday Sauce is now doing sandwiches. And I know that you've been a big fan of this, Alex.
Yeah. So they just launched that, I think like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and kind of a similar premise to Gabby's Next Door in that they're taking their meatballs, they're taking their chicken parm and their eggplant parm, and they're putting it on a sandwich with their mutts. And the owners of Sunday Sauce a couple months ago went back to the East Coast, went to Jersey, went to New York, went to all of their favorite spots there, some really high-end places, and are essentially trying to bring that back to Portland. The main difference between those spots is that Sunday Sauce didn't open like an adjunct space. They're serving it in their restaurant. Right. It's an interesting time period, though, because they're only serving these lunchtime menus Wednesday through Friday. What I've been told is that Fridays are kind of taking off in a really weird direction they didn't expect, which is that people are coming there and getting a lot of drinks. So they come there and they get like a chicken cutlet sandwich or something on focaccia, and then they get like multiple martinis, like rounds of martinis. And, you know, it closes at like 3 or something like that. They've been selling out on Fridays, and particular their sandwiches, and they have a separate like lunchtime martini menu with like espresso martinis and garlic bread martinis and all this stuff, and they're just apparently like absolutely killing it on the martini front. So if you're looking for a place to get kind of tipsy at lunchtime, apparently that's the place on Fridays. Yes, the nonas for lunch. Exactly.
Alex, that feeling you had during lockdown with your neighbors, I'm having right now. Hearing about people getting drunk at fucking 3 on a Friday. I'm just like, good for you guys. Good for you. But it's annoying to hear.
Nice.
We are recording on a Friday, a sunny Friday afternoon right now.
I'm not going to
so
run over there. And it's like, definitely, I'm just like, oh, I'm so annoyed right now.
Maybe I'll go get my martini. Thank you.
Sounds nice. I hope
really
you have a
want to,
great time. This deli does not make, though. I sell sandwiches. I know we're gonna we're not in the debate mode, and I know I'm not part of that, but I need you to know that I think a deli does more than sandwiches. I think a deli sells other things. They're like a little mini grocery store that is sandwich focused. You know, you got your side salads, you got your drinks, whatever. Sorry, go ahead.
Which Demos is doing.
Yes. So I was going to say,
okay.
for true deli, that is definitely going to be Demos, in that you have like cold salads and you have sort of a cooler full of stuff you can take with you. They have, you know, a case and all the whole dealio, right? I think that's great. I will also say honorable mention has to go to Dream Deli, which I know, Claudia, you're like, please don't make me talk about Italian food again on this podcast. But this is more like Italian Jewish deli. So yes, nice. You are getting sandwiches, but you're getting like a white fish melt, which is super tasty there.
That's good. Yeah.
They do an Italian, I love this so much. It's an Italian, I think they're calling it either a Jewish wedding soup or an Italian matzo soup or something like that. But it's essentially an Italian wedding soup.
Jewish wedding soup, I think.
Jewish wedding soup. It is so good. It's like the best of two of my favorite deli soups.
Where is Dreams Deli?
I went there yesterday. It's on Division. It's on about 33rd in Division, 34th in Division.
Oh, everything cool is there.
Oh, yeah. I went there yesterday and had, I believe, my first ever matzo ball soup.
You've never had matzo ball soup in your life, Alex?
I've grown up in Portland, and we just didn't really have, like we were saying, like we've really never had a strong Jewish deli scene here. I went to Kornblatt's like one time in my life, and I can't remember if they had matzo. I'm sure they had matzo ball soup there, but I've never really like sat down and had it.
This is blowing my mind.
I didn't get the Italian sausage, but I had a white fish melt and a matzo ball soup, and it was amazing. It was excellent.
So are we thinking that because you said the perfect word, Brooke. You said sandwichify or something like that. Yeah. And I feel like that's what's happening here. It's not quite a deli. It's sandwichifying the concepts of their restaurants, which is awesome. But do you think that this is going to be like a gateway?
I hope it's a gateway. I think that it makes a ton of sense. Listen, if I'm a restaurant owner, I think it makes a ton of sense to open a deli. Because a lot of things keep for a while, like, you know, cooler salads, things like that, stuff that you're keeping in a case, it lasts a while. You are just keeping things that you can slice. It doesn't take a ton of like actual labor to like, you know, have like a full kitchen staff. And I gotta be honest, it is a conversation I'm having a ton too, where people are constantly going, God, I want a really great deli. Where are all the really great delis?
Yeah,
so my hope is that we're start transitioning in that way.
Yay, because I know Alex and I still mourn Chop, which was like it was the St. John's Deli, and I still wish we had a deli. It was one of the reasons I moved. When I moved in, I was like, this is why I love it here. And then it immediately went away. And I was like, no.
Yeah, I always thought that's more of like just like a sandwich shop like we've been talking about. But they did have deli items, didn't they? Yeah. That's right.
They also had their Italian stallion. I think about all the time. I miss her. Pour one out.
Oh my God. Well, Brooke, thank you for breaking this down. This feels like I just read an article that you wrote. I want more delis. For the love of God, people, Alex didn't have a matzo ball soup until when?
Right? Yesterday.
This man is almost 40, and he was born and raised in Portland.
I'm 40 and a half now.
Y'all, this was a travesty. You know, you're just like, this was the worst story I reported on. I'm like, this is one of the worst stories I've reported on. All right.
Alex not having matzo ball soup.
Let's take a quick break here, and when we return, Brooke and Alex are having a showdown. Okay, guys, here's the rules, because I've hung out with the both of you, so we need rules.
What are you implying here, Claudia?
Nothing. Just that you're both wonderful conversationalists. So here's what's going to happen.
That's true.
I am going to give you a minute each to state your point, because I know this is an idea, by the way, listeners, that they came to us. They're just like, we want to argue. And we're like, okay. Because it appears that Brooke and Alex have very different opinions about food. And so they wanted a platform, and I'm here to give the community a platform. So a minute, very much like our minute headlines, like our lightning round. This is going to be more in the style of Culturistas. Something, honey.
I don't think so, honey.
Yeah, I don't think so, honey. But it's going to be in the style of this is why this other person's wrong. Okay.
Beautiful.
I'm seeing here chicken breast versus thighs and fried chicken. Oh my, who prefers chicken breast? Oh, who's going first?
What a great question, Claudia.
Here we go.
Okay, so I'm assuming I'm going first.
Sure,
So yeah, I don't think so, honey. Chicken breast and fried chicken. I think that this has a lot to do with like fat marbling, right? Like a chicken thigh is the perfect cut for fried chicken because you have the fat marbling there, which is going to render when it hits the fryer, and that's going to make the chicken juicy, right? You also have a nice sort of like the structure of a deboned chicken thigh gets naturally kind of craggy because you have to remove those bones in that specific way, which means you're getting all those little crusty, kind of crunchy sections that allow for sort of textural variants, which I really, really like in fried chicken. If you have a chicken breast, especially a boneless, skinless chicken breast, the most boring and bland of the chicken cuts, and you're frying that instead, it is going to dry out every time.
10 seconds.
It is just never going to be as tasty as a fried chicken thigh. When Alex and I first discovered this, we had a fight then. We're having a fight now. Mad already, all over again.
Perfect. Brooke, you went over a second. I will deduct whatever point I decide at the end. But right now I'm adding points because I agree with you, Brooke. I agree with you.
Whoa. That's some clear bias then. You cannot add points because you agree with them. That is definitively.
No, you're right. I was joking. Can I take away points though from myself existing? I don't like fried chicken.
Yeah, I think you need to.
So
you get points.
Right.
I don't understand these systems.
I don't really like fried chicken. But if someone was like gun to my head, I would understand. I mean, a breast. Okay, but Alex, I want to hear it. I'm going to give you a minute.
Okay, here's a good thing. No matter what, I will still have not the most wrong opinion here because that's
which is
how
mine.
It is.
Of course. Yeah. Okay.
So at least I'm in the middle of all of this. Here's my one argument. I just like chicken breast better in fried chicken. I don't really have any other way to defend that other than I do. I've also had a lot of really good fried chicken breasts in Portland that were not dried out, that were delicious and juicy, and an excellent delivery service for the spices that might be on that. Like one of my favorite pieces of fried chicken in Portland is a split chicken breast from Rangoon Bistro. You know, I don't really care about the internal flavor of the chicken that much. What I care about is the dredge and the batter and the sauces that are going on that and everything. And it's just a beautiful delivery system. And sometimes I think chicken thighs kind of a little bit too rich. It just tastes like you're biting into a whole bunch of fat. I like a little bit more of a balanced experience when I'm eating that.
Wow.
I think that's all I have, really. Also, I will say that my least favorite part of fried chicken is a chicken leg. But I don't really like chicken legs in general. I don't think they taste very good.
Also a really bad take.
And stop.
Again, all I'm doing is saying what I like.
I cannot believe I'm stopping it there because that is the worst take. But I'm not here to argue you. I'm not here to argue you.
Kind of sounds like you are.
But here's why this rules, you guys. Alex, when you and I go out and we order a chicken, who's going to eat the breast? It's going to be you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to eat. And this is what my girlfriend's the exact same way. She's not into dark meat. I am. And it works out. So we need the breast people and we need the dark meat people. We need it. Or else we'd be fighting when we're eating.
To that point, Brooke and I are actually excellent wings date because Brooke prefers flats and I prefer drumettes. Which seems to, completely fly in the face of my argument about chicken legs. But even they look similar. They're a different.
Yeah. I don't understand the difference, but okay.
No, flats are a pain in the ass. You have to dig them out and everything. A chicken drumette you can just bite into.
BD Wong can eat a chicken wing in 1 second, and you just twist and bop bop.
That sounds really unsatisfying.
I feel like we need.
Now I have to go get chicken wings.
We need a video for this because the twist bop bop. I totally got what you meant. Okay, we're gonna go to the second argument though. I'm gonna have to give this to Brooke. One, because she took the full minute. You gave up. And you also, in your argument, Alex said, "I don't care what the chicken meat tastes like." And I was like, "Exactly."
I know that was.
That's maybe a misspoke. Right, it's not that I don't care. It's just that I think it's a good delivery system often.
No, I hear you.
For more interesting flavors.
Okay, we're gonna go to what exactly should go into a mac salad. Again. I'm going to show my bias. I don't like mac salad, so I'm very excited. I already have the worst take. So, Brooke, want to go first again?
Yes, okay. I do. Okay, so I feel extraordinarily strongly that a Hawaiian mac salad is better than a mainland American mac salad. What is the determining difference between these two things? A mainland American mac salad more consistently has mustard in it. And I think that a true Hawaiian mac salad, in my opinion, it's Hellmann's mayonnaise, period. It's absolutely that mayonnaise. It has a little bit of sugar. It has maybe you're grating an onion and carrot, tons of cracked pepper, but you're not going wild here with all the mix-ins. It is really a vehicle for mayonnaise. Is that gross in theory? Maybe, but it is delicious on the palate. I feel extraordinarily strongly about this. I think if you add mustard, if you're going to get too much acidity, a little sprinkle of apple cider vinegar on the noodles and the carrots and onions at the beginning, that's going to give you all the acidity you need. You already have vinegar and mayonnaise. You don't need more acidity, and I love acid. Is that 1 minute? It feels like
there. You got it. You got it. All right. Okay. So that was Brooke's argument. Alex, whenever you're ready, let me know and I'll start the clock.
I'm ready.
All right, go.
I just really like hearing Brooke rant about these very hyper-specific food obsessions that she has. I have no opinion on this at all. She's probably right. I think her opinion is probably totally good.
This?
The whole point of this was for me to get to enjoy Brooke ranting for everyone else to get to. I will say that I love basically all mac salad as long as it's like, you're at like a family barbecue or it's such a good indicator for like a summertime meal for me. And mostly I just really wanted to hear Brooke say that all she cared about was a delivery for mayonnaise. Because I think that actually completely trumps my whole like white meat is a good delivery of spices.
Yeah, I'm going to stop you there, 37, and I'm going to jump in. Brooke, you're wrong, and this is why.
Okay.
Ooh.
It is one note. It is one note. You're eating nothing but this one flavor. It doesn't have any variance. The mushiness also. It's one note in like not only flavor, but texture. And I think that it only works when you mix it in with other things. Like maybe the mac salad with the Kahlua pork. Okay. Maybe the mac salad with whatever. But mac salad on its own? No, thank you. Done. Sorry, I went 3 seconds over.
Okay, so I have a feeling I lost this one if the judge is going to argue on the point of the other person.
Brooke, I had to because Alex gave us nothing.
Some serious. I gave you plenty. I gave you Brooke's rant. It was excellent.
Go on, girl. Give us nothing, Alex.
and like one of my favorite mac salads in Portland is at Dew's, right? Because like you were saying, you get a little bit of like teriyaki sauce on that or something, and then it's sort of acting like a better version of your rice side.
I've never had Dew's mac salad. I'll have to try it.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so
I've
good.
only had the little side salad, not the mac salad. Go on, Brooke.
I was going to say, when I make Hawaiian mac salad at home, I did start doing this one little thing that I really love where you add just a tiny bit of soy sauce and a tiny bit of pineapple juice. I consider this acceptable because it's not mustard. Really, this argument is whether or not mustard belongs in mac salad.
Okay.
And you like mustard on other things.
On a hot dog? Don't bring ketchup near that hot dog. It needs to be mustard. But mac salad, I want that beautiful mayo footage,
Well, guys, we're running out of time. I wish we had more time for another debate because I'm now hearing that Alex has very strong opinions on pickled fish.
We have refrigeration. We don't need a pickled fish anymore.
But before we signed off, I wanted to give you guys like a congratulations because the publication you both worked on got nominated for a James Beard Award. Can you jump in and explain? And it's ironic because it's the same publication that laid you both off for the work that you both did.
Listen,
specifically for our positions.
It
being nominated for food and drink writing.
It's a little tough. I think,
the irony is palpable.
I feel it was basically just to give people a little bit more context. We were nominated for food coverage in a general interest publication, which, I mean, it is a really tough category, and we feel extraordinarily honored to be recognized for it as finalists. I think that obviously I feel some kind of way about the fact that the new owners of Portland Monthly don't want to invest in food reporting when it's such a fundamental part of what we've done for so long.
And such a fundamental part of Portland, but yeah.
I was going to say, so I mean, that's when Brooke hired me, she said that the thing that she wanted to do most with the magazine was to capture how Portland is right now, like what Portland is doing, how Portland feels. And I think a huge part of that, like you said, Claudia, is our food and drink.
Yeah. Well, I'm really happy that you guys got almost like the final sentence there because you got nominated. Congratulations on that. When were we going to find out when you win? Because you're definitely going to win.
June 13th.
June 13th. Oh my God. That's my birthday. All right.
Is it really?
Yeah, on my birthday, I'll find out what you guys, nobody steal my password. On my birthday, I'll find out when like the winners. This is going to be so good. You guys, thank you both so much. I appreciate the work that you do covering our food scene. Thank you for coming on, having a little fun with me. All transparency, I hang out with Brooke and Alex outside of this. You probably could never tell. So I appreciate you guys coming on the show and playing by my rules. I appreciate it. See you guys later.
At Slim's?
Yeah. That's all for today here on CityCast Portland. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed the show, share it with a friend, rate it, leave us an amazing review, and don't forget, you can support the show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Portland neighbor. Just visit membership.citycast.fm. You don't like the ads? You can get rid of them. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more from around the city. Until then, see you at Slim's. Or at some chicken shop where we're all watching Alex in disgust eat a chicken breast.
I'm going to devour that. It's going to be so good. You eat a real Amin chicken breast and tell me that's not delicious.
You're getting a breast at real Amin. You know what? We can't even talk about
You know
this.
what? I don't even want to talk about that because that is bullshit. All right.
That is absolutely unacceptable.